all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Modz. Now we are continuing our marathon of the X-Wing this weekend, and we have issue 94 of Build the X-Wing. Now in this issue we're just putting a few more panels on and bits and pieces, but we actually do something that relates back to issue 1 over 2 years ago. And more of that will come apparent in this video, but yeah, I will reveal that this is the longest time we've ever had to keep a part for a model that started in issue 1, and we're now installing it in issue 94. They do like you to hold on for parts for quite a while. Anyway, with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so over here with the X-Wing, I've moved the camera up slightly just so you can see a little bit more. We've got this panel to put in place. This is the port fuselage panel, and this is simply just going to go down here. So let's get this lined up. Now it says if it doesn't line up properly, we can use a drop of glue to hold it in place. I'm hoping I don't have to do that. Right, this back piece is being a bit problematic. But yes, it looks like down here I'm going to have to use some glue. So let me get my glue and cocktail stick. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I've had to glue quite a lot of these panels. So we'll drop a bit of glue down just where it comes into contact with the panel. Always worries me when a model says use a drop of glue if it doesn't line up. Well, if you know it's not going to line up, then why didn't you make it better? Right, so I'm just going to have to hold that panel on there just for a few seconds while the glue takes hold. So again, this back one doesn't seem to be lining up properly, but no, that's in. Okay, so that's that panel in, and then we're just going to repeat that on the other side. Right, so I've only got one bit that's not wanting to go in, which is just down here. So again, push that in. No, not glued yet. Still not glued yet. Normally it only takes a few seconds to glue. No, not glued yet. And still not glued. Let me try putting a little bit more glue on. Excuse my phone, always goes off when I'm recording. Right, so just hold it there for a second. Okay, so that's now glued. Right, so moving on to the next part. Just sort out the instructions or destructions. Right, so we need to flip this over, and a panel's just fallen off like normal. You know, I love how these panels just don't line up. Right, so I'll sort out that panel that's just fallen off in a second, because we've got this next panel detail here. Now this, it's saying, right, okay, so I'm a little bit lost on this. Where's this wanting it to go? Oh, right, okay. My bad. It wants me to put it in at the side. I didn't see that. Right, okay. Just check that's in the right place, which it is. And again, it's just a push fit. I might actually have the wrong panel here, so let's just double check. I'm using the right one. Right, just 2 seconds while I sort out these panels, because some are fitting and some are not fitting. So back in a sec. Okay, I am back. I've got them side panels online now, but I'm telling you now, this is the worst model I've ever had to deal with. The panels don't line up. I'm having to glue in certain places and it just looks shoddy. It really does. I mean, this panel here does not line up. It does not sit flush. I just don't know what they were thinking of when they did this model. Okay, the next thing we need to do is, this is why it's so ironic. We did this cockpit canopy in issue 91, issue 1. We are now about to fit it in issue 94. So we've had this for 94 issues and we only just get to put it on now. Okay. Right, so let's see how this goes. So it wants us to take the black bits off, push them in. So I'll do that. Now, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to get in. Right, so now we've done that, it would like us now to fit the pins into it. I honestly think this isn't going to be easy. Because I've got to try and position them. Right, I've got one pin in, or should I say one lined up, but the other side is being a nightmare. Right, so they're both in. Oh, no, the other side's come out now. And they both come out. Okay, I don't think this is designed very well at all. Right, they're both in. Apparently it just pushes together. reckon that one's just come out, yes, because it didn't push. Right, back in a sec, guys. Okay guys, I'm back. That was about nearly half an hour. This wasn't lining up at all. The pins to get in are just a complete nightmare. The cockpit canopy wasn't lining up, so what I'm probably going to do with that is once I put the Luke Skywalker in it, I'm probably going to glue that down permanently. This thing is just a living nightmare to build. To be honest with you, I recommend if you were to build anything, build the R2-D2 or build the Millennium Falcon. I would not recommend this to anybody unless you want a permanent headache. So I'm just going to try and put back a pin that fell out, which is probably not going to go in. But let's have a try, see if this can be done. Well, it's still on your model. Oh no, it needs to go down like that. And I'm not alone on this model. I know other YouTubers, they've had exactly the same problem with it, and it's just terrible. Yeah, I mean, you got panels here, that one doesn't line up properly, and it's 2 years and it's just so disappointing at the end. Anyway, we'll carry on with the build. So what we need to do now is I need to move the X-Wing out, because we've got some sort of little magnets to do, and I've just realised one of my magnets has gone missing, so I'm probably going to have to cut and work out where that has gone. Oh, just not having the best day on this issue. Back in a sec. Right, I'm back. I do apologise for that one, but one of the magnets have gone on the floor. So, what we need to do next, we've got these sort of black pieces here, and it just wants us to stick a magnet in it with the N for north facing upwards. So we will do that. I don't know how these magnets. How can? Let's just read the instructions. Take all 4 disc magnets and retainers. Note that the magnets have a letter N to mark North Pole on one side. Step 2. Take one of the retainers together with one of the disc magnets, making sure that the side with the N is uppermost. Fit the magnet between the 4 clips in the retainer. Press the magnet so it's firmly gripped and is push flush. Right. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so let me get something to stick that in. So, pencil. Oh no, north side is not facing, so let's flip it around and we'll push it in. Right, push that in. Magnet comes out. How the... If I wasn't laughing, I'd be crying. Oh my word. So the retainers, it's asked us to put them in. They do not work, and are probably going to have to be glued in. See if I can get some glue out my glue thing. Right, may have to cut the top of this, so let's see. Do it into my bin. Oh, that's not going to work. I'll use some old sprue cutters. And let's see if that works. stuck with this model because I am a massive Star Wars fan. And I did the Millennium Falcon and I did the R2-D2. They were such great models to do. And then the X-Wing came out. Now, going on the reputation of the great models to do before, I'm thinking, X-Wing will be a fantastic model to do. You know? Really like the shape. Love Star Wars, you do the math. The math turns out that this is an absolute pain. And it started from day one with it. But I'm the kind of person that's like, you know, it will solve itself, and it just hasn't. It really just hasn't. But when you're so far into a build, you know, you can't really say, right, enough's enough, I'm not going to build that anymore. So, you know, I stuck with it, thinking, you know, the song, things will only get better. Things have only just got worse. I am gluing all of these just to make sure that they fit in. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Right, okay, we'll carry on. So like I said, if you want a decent Star Wars model to do the R2-D2, do the Millennium Falcon if that's still available, and stay well away from this thing. Because if I was hearing that to my future self, I'd probably listen. Okay, that's the other one in. This is the last one. Just making sure I glue it. In place. Okay, so now we've done that. Oh, I'll be glad when this issue's over with. Apparently we need to put them on the X-Wing. So we'll do that. I've used that many different things to get this issue to work. I've got that so much. So I'll just move these magnets to one side. And basically, bring the X-Wing across. I think I've been going at this issue now about an hour. And apparently they just fit into here, so they say. This one doesn't fit, want to fit in. Oh, come on. Now why are you giving me issues? Let me just see if I can push this in further using a screwdriver, which I can. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Right, okay, they're in. And that is this issue complete. Oh my goodness. Oh, dear, goodness knows how long this is going to take to edit. But that is issue 94 complete. Well, I can be absolutely honest with you, that was an absolute nightmare. It really, really was. How many things can go wrong in one issue? So you've got panels are not lining up properly, panels are not going in properly, glue them if they don't go in, so they were aware that there might be a problem. Then the cockpit canopy is loose, there's nothing holding it down like magnets or anything, and the cockpit canopy not lining up properly. And then you've got magnets you're supposed to push to fit, do not hold in them holders, and then finally the magnets don't go into the holes properly on the torpedo bay. 6 problems in one issue. I just honestly do not believe it. I know there are other models out there that have their problems, but I've never come across a model like this that has had that much wrong with it. It just seems it has been a complete and utter waste of time, a waste of 2 years. But that is the end of this issue. Anyway, if you like this video and me having a rant, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any issues, any more videos. I'm done. I'm gone. Yeah, and always, guys, stay safe and bye for now.